This episode of Outlander is titled Of Lost Things, and pretty much everybody does lose something, or at least they do temporarily. Claire and Bree are in Scotland working with Roger to figure out where Jamie is 200 years in the past. Is he still alive in 1768? And while they work, it becomes clear that Bree and Roger have a thing for each other. I guess being attracted to Scottish men runs in the family. And while that connection begins, Bree is finding herself more in tune with her mother now that she knows Jamie is her father. Not a huge surprise. Secrets are never good for relationships, even if you think they're for the other person's good. Plus, one has to feel that Bree is now closer to her mother because she has lost her dad, Frank. Losing a parent is pivotal for anyone, and even though Frank wasn't her dad biologically, he truly was the father. Now she has the hope of another father, but at the same time, if her mother goes back to Jamie, who will be left for her? Meanwhile, in Jamie's time, we see him enjoying his life at Hellwater, working as a groom, and everything seems pretty good. He has changed his name to Alexander Mackenzie. Well, everything is good, with the exception of Geneva. She's always cranky, while her sister Isabel is kind. He's the groom, so they all draw straws to decide who must ride with her and deal with her moods. Eventually, it becomes clear that this cold lady has eyes for Jamie, and with the prospect of being married off to an old guy, she blackmails Jamie into sleeping with her. Hey ladies, maybe you should try this. She knows his name isn't Alexander Mackenzie, and she wants to give her maidenhead to the man of her choice. And she does. Jamie doesn't like that he's being blackmailed, but he does what he has to protect his family. Claire, Roger, and Bree are still working and find Jamie's prison records until the prison closed. So they solve the mystery to a point, but it's not enough for Claire. She still feels unsettled. And when Joe calls and asks her to come back and do an important surgery, she's still too undone to do it. Jamie drives the family to Geneva's new home when they find out she's having trouble in childbirth. Jamie knows she's pregnant and assumes it's his child, but he knows for sure when he gets there because the lord she married never slept with her. Geneva dies, and then her husband threatens to kill the baby with a knife because it's a bastard and he doesn't want it. Thankfully, Jamie comes in and saves the day like any loving father would. Not that anyone knows he's the father. Well, nobody but Isabel. She knows, and she starts out very angry with him, but then she forgives him because he saves the child and she knows that her sister really loved him. Geneva's family is so thankful that he saved William that they give him his freedom and tell him he can go on back home. But now, of course, he doesn't want to because his son is there. The show fast forwards to young Willie being 5 years old, and it's obvious the two have a close relationship. Too close. And the child is starting to look like Jamie, so he's going to have to call it a day. No need for Maury Povich to do a DNA test. He knows it's time to leave and asks John Gray to take care of his son while he's gone. And he even offers to give his body to John Gray to thank him. Gray definitely wants to accept, but he doesn't because he knows it's not completely reciprocal, and he promises that he would love Willie whether he gave him his body or not. Plus, Gray is now going to marry Isabel, so he's going to be Willie's stepfather and step-uncle. It's going to be great. All except for Jamie. Young Willie goes to tell Jamie goodbye, and he tells him that he wants to be a, quote, stinking papist just like his dad. So Jamie baptizes him as William James, which his name William is just like Jamie's older brother that had passed away, and he names him James after himself and gives him a little token to remember him by. Ultimately, Claire gives up her search and heads home to Boston with Bree, and Roger is left all alone. And for those keeping track at home, yep, everybody lost something. Geneva arguably lost the most permanently because she lost her virginity and, more importantly, lost her life. Claire lost hope, Bree and Roger lost each other, Lord John Gray lost Jamie again, Willie lost his friend, Jamie lost his son. Nobody can keep hold of anything in this show. Here's hoping St. Anthony helps everybody find something they're looking for in the next episode.